So we're just starting to practice some pipe welding. It's actually tube welding. I got some crew tubing here, which he's going to tack. I'm going to give you some more amperage. I'm going to take you up to, I want to say 60. Okay, you got 60 amps. Your ground might not be the best. Huh?
Is there dig, or is that not an option?
Do you want dig? I'll set the dig to 30. The dig's on 30. I don't know about if you have the best ground or not. The ground doesn't look like a very good plan. So he has this tubing and he's going to tack it and simulate some pipe welding.
Not good.
Why did it burn a hole? Okay, well, let's turn the amperage down. I'll turn the amperage down to 50. Go ahead and roll it over and try another tack. You might want to push it down. It's not straight. Okay, so you film and I'll try it. Do you want to keep trying it? Yeah. You could also put your ground on the tubing. There you go. It wants to burn it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll just have to turn the amperage down. I'm going to turn the amperage down to 35. Okay, so that was a tough start, wasn't it? I feel like it's tacked. Yeah. Unless you want to tack it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Still burn through.
The amperage is all the way down to 35.
It's tacky.
Okay. Looks like the tubing's really thin. The tubing might be too thin for this.
It's like that.
You're not going to fill the hole, you're just going to weld the seam. And I think the pipe welding is going to be really difficult. So it's obviously wanting to blow a hole in it, huh? Go ahead and get going. It wants to blow a hole in it, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Really thin tubing. The work clamp could be in a better place. Well, that went really well, huh?
Yeah.
35 amps. Dang, I'd move your work clamp. I guess you're good, huh? Okay.
Burnt hole.
That's some good old practice, huh?
Yeah.
If it burned a hole, what we'll do is we'll have a couple pipes. We'll give them a chance to cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll quench the pipes. So here you have a seam here you can practice on. And is there a seam down here? There's a seam right here.
This is burning holes.
Oh, it's just burning holes?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why don't you try to run a stringer bead around
so how
here?
do you fill holes with this?
I don't think we fill holes with that.
Okay.
Try to run a stringer
Didn't
bead
think so.
around there.
Yeah. It's just like on the top.
No, around like this.
Huh.
And then see what's up with that hole burning situation. You could start with a new electrode if you wanted.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. So try to move faster.
Yeah.
Yep. If it's burning holes, you can travel faster.
Yeah.
Yep.
This.
Want me to have a go at it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can go.
Okay. So today I want to practice some pipe welding, but I only have this 049 crew tubing, which is basically muffler tubing. It's cold rolled, electronically welded. That's what crew stands for. I'm using 7014, 1/16, so 063 electrodes for 049 tubing. And I'll show you my setup here. I have that to the height where I think I can work. There's my quench bucket because this tubing heats up really quickly. Here's my electrode. It says 35 to 60 amps. Also note that the 7014, I have it on DCEP. It says you can use it on AC or DC welding current. So I have it on DCEP. Smooth arc, good arc stability, low spatter, produces medium to low penetration. 1/16 electrodes are here. This is my crew tubing that I have sort of prepped. I cut it perpendicular, I deburred it, and I went over it with 60 grit emery cloth. And I'm going to set the camera here. And I'm going to tack and weld, which I think will be self-explanatory. I'm making sure the welder's plugged in. Set to DC, I'm checking. It's set to AC. So I'm going to run it on AC, which is fine for the 7014. Okay, so now I need to straighten it out a little. I have my quench bucket there. I can see it's a bit of an electrocution hazard. So here I am straightening it out, and I would expect it to break the tacks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it over here, and hopefully that'll pull it in. This is my quench bucket, and I think it's an electrocution hazard. Told you. Okay, so that started to burn a hole. This 16th electrode is a total pain because it's always wanting to burn a hole and everything, and it moves around. The 1/16 isn't very rigid. That's why they don't make it smaller than 1/16. It would move around. So if you leave it on there just a little too long, it burns a hole. And I'll show you what I did there. I like how that turned out. And I'm just starting to do this. I know I should use thicker pipe, but I don't have any thicker pipe, and I'm broke. I do have 50 feet of this. So this is not straight. I'm going to weld over here and try to pull it in. That went really nicely. So there it is with the slag still on it. If I could just do that all day, I'll be in business. Okay, so that did not burn a hole. And now I'm going to have to go under there. So I haven't been to welding school yet, and so I haven't been formally trained. I've just watched a bunch of YouTube videos, so don't look to me for any sort of a source of information. I'm just practicing. It wasn't lighting, so I'm checking my ground. Okay, so I'm going to have to take this 7014 over to the grinder because, or maybe I'll just go like this. It should start. That went very badly. It burned a hole. Look at the shape of this to see if this will start. Having a hard time on restarts. So I can see there that it was burning a hole. This tubing is really thin. I'm going to have to either quench it or let it cool or something. Apparently a 1/16 electrode on 049 tubing isn't the best. So I'm going to quench that, get another pipe in there, and try it again. This is the good seam, 7014. And then ugly part here, burning holes. Too much heat. Okay, I'm back at here. Back at it again with another pipe. I haven't tested the fit up yet, and I hope it's good. So first I'm going to tack. I like sitting in a chair when I tack. I turned down the amperage to 32 amps, so that's going to be hard to start an arc. I do okay with tacking. So now I'm inclined to let that cool because I know this pipe heats up so quickly. I have a quench bucket, but I don't want to have an electrocution hazard. Definitely less is more in this case. If you leave it on there just a little too long, it's burning the hole. Hey, I did not burn a hole. So this pipe is heating up so quickly, I'm going to have to move around on it. I'm calling it a pipe, I know it's a tube. So you'll see me moving around on it. Doing little like, you know, like right now I'm going to do 11 to 1. Actually, I'm going to be going to the complete opposite side. So right now I'm doing like a 2 to 3. And I'm definitely going for the less is more approach. Less heat. So yeah, I did have a terrible gap there. My fit up was terrible. And there's still a gap. I don't know how to fill the hole. Although, why not try? Okay. Now I'm going to move around. Filling the hole did not work. Let's see, so now I can be over here at like 3 o'clock. I'm going to, or this is 9 o'clock. So I'm going to do like 8 to 10 right now. Going to go Gonna go uphill. Okay, that was successful. I'm happy with that. I'm going to get a little greedy here, and I'm going to do like the 9 o'clock. This is like 9 to 10. All right, that'll serve. Now I'm going to move to the other side of the pipe. I want to call it a pipe. I'm going to call it a pipe. I'm not going to mess with trying to fix that hole. I'm going to be doing like a 4 to 6. And I'm going to go uphill. Now I changed my mind, I'm going to go downhill. There I was swerving around a little, but it turned out good. So I noticed this rod, 1/16 electrode, is wanting to quiver around and move around, so I might be holding it with my hand. So now I'm going to do like, what's this, 11 to 1? Okay, so that did not burn a hole, but it almost did. So now I have to move around, because if I do that 12 to 1, it's gonna burn a hole. Well, let me try it and see if it burns a hole. Having a really hard time here. I'm going to have to probably prep where I'm welding. What I have down here is the 6 to 7 o'clock available to do. Oh, can't see very well. Okay, so I wanted to finish this, but it's all messed up over here. So I'm going to turn off the camera and prep it. Here's what I just did. Very ugly. Maybe glimmers of hope. Here, that didn't even, that's a cold weld. I burned a hole. There was a gap there. I had bad fit up. And now I'm just going to try to fill the holes on it. At one point I quenched it. So hopefully I won't electrocute myself. And I'm not going to set it up easy for myself. I'm just going to put it however it is. Hopefully the hole won't be at 6 o'clock. So my electrodes, sometimes they're hard to start. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to put on some different gloves because those gloves are a little wet. Definitely don't need any wet gloves. I think I put the hole down at 6 o'clock. Yep, it's right at 6 o'clock. Okay, here's a, right now I'm doing the seams that didn't get done the first time. Okay, so when I get over to the welder, I'm going to turn down the amperage. It looks like it's going to be hard to restart this electrode. Well, if I'm going to be sticking the electrode that much, I'm not going to turn down the amperage. Okay, pretty soon here I'll be doing the very mess of a hole at the bottom. That's almost impossible to fix. That hole is like 3/32 or greater. But I'll try it. Yep, that might have done it. There's a bit of a seam there that might not be done. Yep, I think I can make this work. I could probably make a serviceable weld, but not a pretty weld. And I have some cold welds over here, so the plan there would be to clean it up, to prep it, and to go at it again. So I'm going to prep this again, have a look at it, and probably patch her up. So I put this on the bench grinder to have a look, and it, obviously has some issues. First of all, it's not straight, and I don't know what to say about that. I would definitely question penetration. I guess I'll do a bend test and see how that works out. I could have probably gone for another pass. See how I want to do this here. I wonder how noisy this is going to be. So here's the seam, and I don't really know how this is going to work out. I just want to see if the weld is a complete failure or what. If I go this way. Seems to be passing the bend test. Okay, so that's the bend test. Yeah.